project launched Monday, and I still want to try a Twitch stream first, and I'm just like, there's no time, and I'm like intimidated and nervous about it. So
Oh, that's I've just gone live as well. That's great. Like if you need any help,
I
you
will
want to ask
100% be
anything.
poking you.
Yes, yes. The other person that's really great is Low Base, and he's the person that actually recommended me to get you on the stream. I think he's
Oh,
from
really?
the TWIP community. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah.
those. Yeah,
I've
so
been on Twit for a long time. Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
how he found you essentially, and was like, I think this woman would be really great, and yeah. Oh, Ash is here! It's the birthday girl. Happy birthday, Ash! Ash is first in the chat. So nice to see you. How are you going today, Ash? I just saw your selfie that you dropped in the Discord, so thank you for that. Yeah, so if you've got any questions about Twitch, it's a beast of itself. Twitch,
Yeah.
it's a whole thing.
I'm all right with it.
uh, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, so it's Ash's birthday. She's the first one in the chat. She just posted, it was like a donut cake, wasn't it, Ash? It was so incredible. She posted a photo of it in Discord. It's
Oh
amazing.
man.
I was so jealous. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. I that would be amazing.
Yeah. What's the COVID situation like where you are, Renee?
Almost embarrassing to, well, it's not embarrassing. There's like one case. But I'm on an island right now.
Oh,
So,
whoa. So if you
yeah,
had
like
no,
the borders are shut. Like it's an island, so the
yeah,
borders are shut. So you have to apply to the government, even if you're a Canadian citizen, to get onto the island.
yeah.
And then you have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and if you don't, like it's jail and huge fines and the whole 9 yards. So they're taking it really seriously, which is good because this island doesn't have the infrastructure to handle like a full blown outbreak. It's not here. It's a huge island with a small population. So
Awesome. Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
so
so
good.
they're doing it really well.
I love hearing that. And Low Base has just entered the chat. So, hello. We were just talking about you, Low Base. I was saying that's how I found out about Renee originally. So, thank you. Always great at recommending people to get on the chat, which is great. None of it's true. Oh, Ash said it was a cookie 3-layer cake. So, yay for the
Amazing.
3-layer cake for sure.
I'd be like 30 pounds heavier by the time I was done eating that. I would just be like, get in my face.
Get in my belly. Oh my god. That's been actually one thing I've been really good with. We've had pretty extensive lockdowns here, even though our case numbers have been really low, like I guess comparatively to say the UK or the US. They've
You don't
taken
need to
it.
compare yourself to like
Yes.
the worst though.
Yes, exactly. So they've taken it really seriously here. So we're actually in our second lockdown, and this one's a super hard lockdown. We got a really big spike in cases. It was up to about 700 a day. And we've been in lockdown now for on and off for 6 months, but we're getting down now. We've got, I think it was like 5 cases the other day. We've had like 10 and then 15, so like a lot lower.
Mhm.
Hoping that we can get out of lockdown really soon, because I really miss shooting. Like I desperately
Yeah,
miss
right.
shooting. Hey Mika, nice to see you in the chat. How you going? So good to see you here. We've got Renee Robyn here today. I'm really great, Ash. Thank you. Haven't had sugar or gluten or dairy all month. This is making up for it. Yeah, same, Ash. I haven't had well, because I've been doing this keto thing for a while, so but it's been good. It's kept me focused on something other than not being able to leave the house.
I am not that person. I am in
Yeah.
all my emotions.
I love it.
And then
Hey, Andrea.
I'm allergic to chocolate, but I have like carob and
Oh, I
butterscotch
love
chips,
it.
like, and I just eat them
I
all
love
day. It's so bad.
it. Oh my god. Mika, you're going to placement. Well, I'm glad you could pop in. Thank you so much for popping into the chat. Is it Andrea or it was Andrea, isn't it? I said Andrea. I'm so sorry about that. Andrea. Um, cool. I'm going to pull up some of Renee's work, and we're going to start the chat. Hey, Rush. Oh my god. Rush is in the chat. Everybody, please say a big congratulations to Rush. His wife had a baby last night, a baby boy. So that's really exciting. Yay, a baby boy for Rush. And what up, Steph? What up, Sir DJ? Thanks for joining the chat. Really lovely to see you guys here today. Awesome. Papa and Mama Rush, yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Very am I gonna see what you're looking at?
Okay, so if you pull up my Twitch stream, if you go to my page, we'll be live now, but just put it on mute. And then
what is your Twitch handle? Sorry, I just searched your name and that was not it.
I know, Twitch has the worst search function, but it's Michelle G Hunter.
There you are. Oh, and I see that.
Yeah, so pull that up and just pop it on mute. And it's a little bit delayed, but it's like, I think it's like 5 seconds delayed or something.
Right, it's cool. Right now I've got this Amazon Prime ad.
Oh yeah, the ad. Oh my god, the ads. They kill me on Twitch. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Guys in chat, I see what you're doing.
Here, so that you're not staring at the side of my head.
Alright, I'm going to pull up your website now.
Ruh-roh.
Yay, it's been so great to look through it actually. Your work is just mind-blowingly phenomenal. So I can't wait to talk to you about this stuff because it's like it's so far removed from what I do as a music photographer and just doing press shots and let's actually just need to resize your... Oh, Lowbase! Lowbase just gifted you a subscription to the channel, so that's... Thank you, Lowbase! That's so lovely. Let me just resize your... Where are you? Skype. This is being a bit weird. There we go, Skype. And just slightly resize that so we can see a bit more of you.
Yeah, I just moved my camera up a little bit.
That should be a bit better.
Like my whole face is being cut off.
Yeah, that's better. We're good now. Thank you for that, Lowbase. That's super lovely. You're the best. So I've got Renee's work up right now. So just a bit of a background to you. You're from Canada. You live on an island. Yeah. I forgot what the island was called. You did tell me.
Yeah, so I split my time between Alberta and Newfoundland.
Oh my god, amazing.
So Newfoundland is the island, and then Alberta is it's a prairie province, basically right in the middle of Canada. So
amazing, that's so good. Hey, Amber Lee, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. You've got such a distinct style as an artist, and you've in your bio you're saying it blends fact, fiction, and digital alchemy. You're obviously a retouch expert, which I can definitely see in your work. I'd love to know your progression. I also read that you used to be a model, which I used to do a little bit of modeling as well, and I think it's such a good... there's something about if you've been on the other side of the lens that really helps you as a photographer, I think. It definitely has assisted me throughout the years. So I'd love to get a bit of a background into how you started photography and your first years of kind of getting established and establishing your style.
Yeah, so my version of story, the origin story, quote unquote, isn't really what everyone else I think is used to hearing. So I started out in the modeling industry when I was 13 years old, and I was signed to an agency, and then at 16 years old, I was like, I want fluorescent red hair and I want to cut it all off. So yeah, I went freelance, and so I started managing my own career at 16, and I did that for, well, I mean, I'm basically mostly retired now, and it'll be 23 years. So, but I'm way too into eating cheeseburgers and like whole cups of chocolate chips now to like
I
want to do any of that stuff. Yeah. But how it kind of came around was 11 years into my career, my modeling career, I was just bored. I was super bored. I was like, if I see another photograph of my face, I'm just gonna rot. I don't care. And so I started getting into macro photography because I was like, what is the type of photography that doesn't have anything to do with people? Because I was tired of seeing faces. I was like, I don't care.
That's so
Um,
interesting.
yeah, so it was macro was what I totally enjoyed because I had this point and shoot. My dad got me a Nikon Coolpix, and I also
Yeah.
borrowed my boyfriend at the time. He had a Canon PowerShot. I don't know what the fuck it was. Um, anyways, but it had this like flower setting, and I was like, "What's the flower setting? Oh, you can get super close to stuff." And I was like taking photos of like water drops on grass and shit, and
Mm, I
I don't
love
know. I
that.
loved it. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I started doing that. And then, of course, being in the modeling industry, I had a lot of model friends. And I was eventually was like, okay, maybe I'll get into taking photos of people just like for fun and stuff. And not too long into that, I mean, I ride motorcycles. I was doing a lot of extreme sports, and I was riding my motorbike to work one day, and I got hit and run over on the way to work.
Oh
And so
wow.
yeah, so I lost the ability to walk. And so I walk now. I had to relearn how to walk. I have a bunch of metal in me now and stuff, and it was garbage. But when I was stuck in bed, I was like, well, what am I going to do with my time? And then there was like this compositing word that was going around, and there weren't a lot of compositors, not like there are now.
Mm.
Flurn didn't exist, Creative Live didn't exist, like the places to learn. I mean, I was experimenting with Photoshop from when I was 16 years old, but to build clouds out of 3D, right? Like I never thought about it
Yeah.
to like apply it to photographs really. And then all of a sudden I couldn't get to the world, so I was like, well, I'm going to bring the world to me. There were digital illustrators and then there were
Mm.
photographers, but compositing was like really in its infancy.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, well, and I just like hit all these weird random forums. I think Calvin Hollywood was around back then, but he was doing a lot of like digital illustration tutorials. But his were all behind a paywall, and I was like, of course, broke and stuck in a hospital bed, so I didn't have any money to spend on tutorials. So I was just like leeching what I could off of this stuff, off of like what was available. It was like trying to pull water from stones. And yeah, I basically was like, well, I have to make this work somehow because my rent is due in 3 weeks. I was supposed to be walking Fashion Week. All my jobs that I've ever had involve my legs because I worked in the trades and then I had labor jobs, and I was like, everything I did involved like being strong. I grew up on a farm, so it was like everything needed to be physically capable, like physically able, and then all of a sudden I wasn't, and my
Mm.
rent is still due,
Mm.
right? And so now what? And so I was like, well, I've been doing this photography thing for a little while. I'm not very good, but I guess now I have no choice but to get really good as fast as I can. So I did nothing else. I went to physio every day for 8 hours a day to try and like figure out how to get my toes to work again. And then from there, I was like, after that, it was just the computer, like Photoshop all day, every day, trying to figure it out. And that's kind of where it
That's
started. So
yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting that you say that it's come from a point of like come from tragedy, because my story is actually really similar, not in a physical tragedy, but another kind of. Oh, hi, Isaiah. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Welcome to the crew. Yeah, my story is very similar in that the first it kind of came out of a very tragic business failure when I lost a bunch of money, nearly lost my house, and like just when you're in a position where you have to make something work, I think sometimes it can be as much as it's like traumatic at the time, it can really force you to dig in because you're like, I have to make this work. Like this is the only option that I have right now. So I love hearing that. So in your first few years, I guess where did you start to create your style? Because right now it's a very distinct style, but I know that that comes through trial and error and shooting a bunch of different things. Were you always into kind of creating like fantasy stuff, or has this developed over a while?
I mean, it developed really quickly. Like
Mm.
the style that I wanted to make was the style that I just refined.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just like I knew that what I wanted to make was out of my skill set, and so I just kind of like have been chewing away towards that. So I did know pretty early on what it was. I mean, I redid my website 3 years ago, and I re-edited 250 composites from like the first few years that I was doing photography because the photography was good enough. that then the digital art just wasn't good enough. So I just like reimagined the whole concept. And so yeah, I don't know, it just got more dialed in, I guess.
And most of are you shooting everything, or are you getting stuff that's from, say, like stock imagery, and then shooting the people, or is it a combination of both? How do you start to create images like we're seeing?
Well, I mean, I photograph all my backplates, all my elements if I can. They'll every now and then get a stock image for like a moon or something, or I'll call up a friend who is an astrophotographer and be like, "Hey, you got a 400 mil shot of a moon that I can just like buy off of you or something?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I do try to photograph all of my own stuff, all my own plates, and then I just build it together. And it's people are like, "Oh, what comes first, the backplate or the studio shot?" And I'm like,
Yes.
all of it.
Yeah.
There's no order.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you the process. Like, is there an order? But it's just, yeah, it seems like no, there isn't.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm working on a job, like a commercial job, then it's like, okay, well, then we need the background plates, and then we got to shoot the people so that it's like as effective as possible. But sometimes, I mean, if I'm just doing personal work and I'm out just shooting backplates or whatever, it could be like 2 or 3 or 4 years later, I'll shoot something in the studio, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have this backplate that would be perfect for it. It's just been sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then it like all comes together. So.
And initially, did you kind of, because you were kind of forced into this position of making it work, did you kind of go full time into this, or did you have a time where, so you're just like full in, this is what I do now, I think I was very similar as well, because I think one of the things a lot of people always ask about that transition, like trying to do that transition of going, say, from a 9 to 5 job into something like this, but your experience seems really similar to mine, where it's just like, oh well, this is what I'm doing now, I better make it work. So
yeah, that's exactly it. Like I always tell people like, oh, how did you do it? I'm like, every other way is easier, don't do it that way.
Yes,
people are like,
I completely
how
agree.
do I get into photography and do it full time? And I'm like, just don't ask me those questions, because you don't want to know the answers. Like there's better ways. Talk to someone else.
Totally better ways of like finding a balance or finding a part-time job or something. Thank you, Radical Ace. I shall redeem that right now. Thank you. There's definitely ways that are a little bit easier than the full. Although, like, sometimes I feel like when you're put in, like, thrust into those situations, you have no other option. It's your full-time thing. First of all, I think your skill set improves so quickly just because you have the time. Like, it's not divided into anything else. And also that almost like desperation. I think desperation can feel things happening really quickly. Like, oh my God, I need to pay bills. So somebody better I better get really good really quickly, and somebody better like my work. So
that's exactly it. Like, holy shit, now what?
Now what? Yeah. Which is like terrifying, like, for most people, especially I think if people are used to having, a paycheck that's coming in or whatever. But there's something definitely liberating about once you get used to the freelance life. And I think because you were so young and modeling and you were freelance and managing yourself for so long, you would have already been used to that. Like that's a way of life that once you're used to it, it's actually like you're just in the flow. It's not scary. But when you're not used to it, I think people find that I don't know where the next paycheck coming from. I think that's really daunting.
Yeah. I mean, it still is daunting though. Like, I've just celebrated my 12th year anniversary in this career. And it still is like, this year with what's going on in the world, I'm like, oh my God. Now what?
Now what? Totally. Hey, Steve. Nice to see you in the chat. Welcome.
Hello, Steve. And Low Base Guy, I do have giant spiders in my work. I have one giant spider. I don't like looking at it.
Low Base is an amazing, I would say, like animal and like macro photography. Does really close-ups of insects and bugs and spiders and like does really amazing work, especially spiders. He seems to love spiders, but
Well, he
I
can
love.
tell me what the spider is. So if you exit out, if you
Yep,
X out of that the view that you're in, you'll
yep.
scroll down in that same gallery and you'll
Cool.
see a big ass spider
All right, let's scroll down.
somewhere in there.
We'll scroll down and find it.
Yeah, yeah. I actually did it because I am terrified of spiders, and I was like, I'm not gonna
Here
be
it
scared
is.
of spiders anymore. It didn't work, but there it is on the left. Um,
Yeah, this is how he sometimes photographs them like this. I think it gives me a new appreciation for these like incredible creatures when you see them up that close and you see their cute little eyes, little
I didn't
beady
photograph
eyes.
that spider. That was a stock file that I
That was a
got because
stock
I
one.
was
Well,
like,
if you
oh
ever
yeah,
need
there's
them.
no chance. There's no chance I could ever photograph that in person. I would something deep inside, like I'm not from Australia, so if I saw a spider
Yeah.
that big, something deep inside would break and would never go back to the same ever again. Like
That's so
no.
funny. Well, if you ever need spiders again for anything, Low Base is your guy for sure. He's got lots. And snakes, he does lots of snakes as well. So, yeah, so DJ, I find them like they're cute little eyes. I think it's super cute. But yeah, like, yes.
I had to watch Super Troopers, and it had to be the middle of the day, and I had to have music super loud on, and I just zoomed in super close, and all I saw was the hair, and I was like, it's just
Yes.
Look hair. It's not a spider leg at all. And then you get to the eyes, and I was like, oh.
Little
Like, I'm
hairs,
used
it's
to
so cute.
bears and cougars and shit like that. Like big spiders are not in my wheelhouse of coping skills.
Well, I think such a great idea to immerse yourself, like full immersion therapy. You're just like, I'm gonna look at it for. I don't know. Actually, that's the next question I need to ask you is, how long do you spend on your images? Because you could be spending a long time looking at this particular image.
Yeah, that image took a while. That was like a 6 or 7 hour build
Wow.
to get it all right. But I mean, this is gonna sound terrible, but I'm pretty lazy these days. I hate spending more than 4 hours on an image, but it definitely happens.
Yeah, for sure. I was in another stream of another amazing compositor artist last night, Fantoni. He's really awesome, and actually I was showing him your work, and he was really blown away. He was saying that sometimes, like, yeah, it's usually around the 6 or 7 hours, but sometimes he spent like weeks, like maybe 2 weeks on one image, and I'm just like, oh my god, my mind was just blown away. As someone that does especially with my concert work, really fast turnaround, quick, like a lot of photos really, really quickly. It's such a different discipline, really, when you're really, you do it. It's digital art essentially. It's mind blowing to me. It's like it's incredible.
Yeah, if you X out of there, there's an image in there that took me. I think you're gonna have to scroll down. I think.
Down, yeah.
Sorry, the three-headed cat was fun. That didn't take days. Can you keep scrolling? I think it's further down.
Okay.
It's an older image, so I apologize. We'll click on the cat one after, I promise. I love the cat one. I saw the comment there. Can you click on the cat one?
Oh, yes, we definitely would do that.
Person too. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, this stuff is so amazing.
Thank you. Sorry, this gallery is gigantic. I need to trim it a little bit, but keep going, keep going. It's really bright and loud, and it took forever. Oh my god, it took so long. Keep going, keep going. I should have just like pulled up on my side.
No, it's fine. We've got time. It's got time.
Sorry, yeah, there it is, bottom left. Yeah,
this one
so
here.
Middle left, yeah, with the yellow and green. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that one. So it doesn't look like it's that complicated, but it took like 2 weeks.
That's interesting. Yeah, he was saying that reason that it took him so long was that it was using using a style or something that he'd never done before, so it just was taking a long time to perfect.
Yeah. And that's what this was for me as well. Like, it was completely new for me. I'd never tried anything like this before, and it just took forever.
So where do you get your inspiration from when you starting something like this? I guess it would be different if it's client work, and I want to talk to you about where your clients come from later, but client work versus personal work. But how, as someone that I'm actually not very conceptual, so it always blows my mind when I see stuff like this. Where do you like even start conceptually with this stuff?
I mean, for personal work, a lot of it I just dream it which sounds weird, but if I sleep and I have crazy dreams and they kind of light up something and I'm like, oh, I wonder if X, you know. The other side, I mean, I collect concept art books, so that's huge. I love collecting great concept art.
I'm gonna go back up to the top and start going through again.
Do it up.
So, and Andrea just asked a great question about where would you even begin to start to learn how to do stuff like this? Are there tutorials? And I know that you have tutorials on your website. That's something. So there's a good place to start.
Yeah, I mean, so compositing, there's so many different ways to do compositing. There's so many different styles. It's like finding the right style of compositing for your personality and the way your brain works is almost like dating, you know?
Oh, Frederick's here. Hello.
Hey,
nice to see you. I'm sorry to interrupt that. I just want to say hey.
No, you do you. It's all good. But yeah, so like finding the right style of compositing for your brain is like dating, you know. You try out a bunch of different styles and then one of them eventually kind of just like it makes sense to you.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, I have a tutorial on Creative Live and then 2 on ProEDU right now, and I'm launching on Monday a Secret Squirrel project with a bunch of other composite artists. So yeah, you'll have to keep an eye out for that. There's actually an Instagram page called Digital Alchemist Library.
Yes, I've actually got it pulled up, so we can show that. So this is the, so if people followed that, then they could find out what you guys are planning next week.
Yeah, we're hoping to go live on Monday. We'll see. I have to finish building the website right now, so I'm like, ah.
I'll pop that link now in the chat so people can go follow this.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, hopefully people will enjoy it. It's a bunch of different styles of composite artists, and you know, it's a really good like smattering of different styles of creativity. We even have a designer as well, so like a costume designer. So it's like this whole whole mix of creativity for people because quarantine sucks and we're all going crazy.
We all definitely going crazy. Photo by Nomad asked a question about how to keep your imagination alive. But if you're dreaming stuff, it's like it's coming to you. Like you don't even have to imagine it. It's just like your subconscious is making up a lot of this stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I read a lot of books. I play, you know, visually interesting video games, and I collect concept art books. So
yeah.
All those things are kind of always feeding it, you know?
Yep.
So, yeah.
And
like this one, for example, the inspiration for this one came from the model, like just like the person herself. And I just like saw a photo of her, and she's a glamour model typically, so she does like beautiful lingerie boudoir. She's an incredible model. And I saw her face and I was like, oh my God, we can turn you into this like incredible character. I didn't even think she'd be down for it because her whole portfolio is like gorgeous nude work. And I was like, can we like cover all of you?
Oh yeah. This is so like, shush puppies. This is so beautiful. So with this type of photograph, do you have like, where do you get the costuming from? Do you have a makeup artist that you work with, or are you doing all this yourself, or is there a team? Like, how does that come about when it's this intricate?
So in this case, I just had myself, my partner who was assisting, and then the leather designer, and the rest of the costuming is stuff that I've made or stuff that I own. And we basically just like piled stuff onto her. I had this like crown of barbs, like this like wreath of barbs that was for like, you know, a different shoot, and I was like, this is gonna look great. Sorry, this is uncomfortable. But she did the makeup because she's amazing at makeup, and I just had her bring like some extensions just to like fill out her hair a little more. She had tons of hair, but I was like, let's do more.
Yeah, let's go all the way. Frederick said he really loves your style. It's like a movie in one frame. I completely agree. It's like watching Game of Thrones or something. It's like incredible. So beautiful.
I only just watched that series for the first time. Like I finished it 2 weeks ago. I didn't watch it for 10 years.
I've never seen it, so like I've never even seen one episode. I know it's amazing. I totally like. It's a thing. I just don't watch many series at all. I'm not a snob about it or anything like that. I've just never seen it. So, someone just asked me. Indy just said, Michelle, does this give you inspiration for your own work? It's an interesting question. I'm very inspired by this stuff, but I can't even begin to understand how I would do something like this. So, I think 10 years in, I'm very comfortable with my own style. I love seeing how other people create art, but it doesn't really make me want to go and create stuff like this when there's so many amazing people doing stuff that is this good. So it's like, how would I ever compete? How would I ever compete with this? This is incredible.
I have a bunch of friends who are beauty photographers, and I love their work. So there's like Julia Kuzmenko or Tina Eisen. They both do like amazing beauty work. And people are like, oh, do you ever want to try it? I'm like, no. There's no.
Yeah,
I love looking at it.
Yes,
I don't want to try it.
I'm totally like that. I've done tiny little bits of compositing. I'm very, very basic, like 2-layer erasing some stuff, like very minimal.
It's called masking, not erasing.
They're masking. No. I'm telling you, I do erasing. I do destructive editing. I do it all the wrong way. I've done it on stream before, and people are like, and I'm like, this is the way I do it on top of the original photo. All of the wrong ways. This is why I should leave it to people like you. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm gonna come over to where you live when the world is done quarantine and shake you.
Shake me, totally.
We'll teach you the beauty of layer masking. It's easy. It'll be fine.
Totally. To be honest, I've actually started watching a lot of really amazing retouches on Twitch and learning little bits and pieces, and have started doing, very, very minimal masking stuff myself. But I'm an infant, so it's great to watch and see the end result of people that are masters at it. So it's mind blowing. I wanted to ask you about, I guess, those techniques and the amount of time, I guess, because I think some people see stuff like this and it can be overwhelming when you start, because you do suck when you start. Like, that's just a thing that happens. It takes a lot of time. Yeah. So I just guess I wanted you to talk a little bit on that, spending the time on your craft. And how long, I guess, in terms of years, do you think it was before you were really kind of comfortable with your levels of skill?
I'm still waiting.
Low base. I will do that. Not just yet. But I won't forget. I will do an outfit change. I'll do it a little bit later. So were you saying you're still not comfortable? You're still getting better at your craft?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, the work that I would like to be making is still another 5 years out, for sure.
That's wild,
at least
to me.
Yeah.
And is that more in what part of your, I guess, all over arterial, do you think is your weakness at the moment? What are you looking to improve on the most?
All of it in incremental little bites. I mean, the concepts, the complexity of the composites, the use of color, my composition needs work big time. I really, really, really need to get better at composition.
That's super interesting.
There's just a lot of things I would love to get better at styling and creating an interesting silhouette for a character design. Like that stuff. I mean, I feel like I am in the infancy when I look at other concept artists and character design artists. I mean, they're just light years ahead of me, and that's very cool because that gives me something to work towards.
Yeah. So you're inspired by that. I was going to ask about if you felt kind of those, I think every artist does, but those dips in confidence where you could see other people's work and just be like, oh my God, I need to quit. I suck.
There's this woman who is part of the Digital Alchemist, and I brought her on because she's amazing. She goes by Becca Bjork. Forgive me, Becca, if I'm mispronouncing your last name. I'm sorry. But it's one of those names that I've only ever seen written.
Yes.
But oh my God, her work is insane, absolutely insane. Like, it just blows my mind. And she works with like a little bit of 3D, and like it is the coolest shit. I love looking at it. I mean, I talk to her all the time. I'm just like, how do you come up with that concept? Like, where does that come from?
Yeah.
And I think that's like very, very cool. So I'm super excited that she's put a tutorial in this bundle, because I also want to know what the hell she's doing.
I love that, because
so
I think there was, myself, and I would assume so many people in the chat are looking at this and just going, oh my God, this is mind blowing. Like, this is, someone at the top of their game, and I will never reach being able to do something like this. But then you're saying, like, you're still looking ahead and still looking at other people and going, oh my God, there's so many, there's so much more that I want to do, which I think is awesome. Like, to still be inspired by the people that are doing either more creative things, or just stuff that you feel that you're not, you haven't got to that level yet.
Yeah, well, it's just the way she thinks about character design, and compositing. Like, when I want to do currently all my work on like the body and my subject in camera, whereas she's like doing all of it digitally, and it's like perfect execution. It's beautifully done. Yeah, she's amazing. You have to have her on. She's so good.
Yes, totally. Love her. Yes, please do. Andrea said, I'd love to see all the layers in Photoshop. Like, how many are there? That's a good question. Like, how many layers would you be working with? Is there like an average, or does it really just depend on the photograph?
Oh, it super depends on the photograph. Some of them are really simple, and some of them are super complicated. So the one that we're looking at here is not that complicated.
I'll go back to the horse one.
So that one, so that one is not, well, no, actually that's a lie. Her whole outfit is Photoshop. Never mind. I forgot about that part. That one's complicated. The other one, though, the one next after it is really easy.
Okay. I'll look at that one. There we go.
Yeah, I forgot that her whole outfit was safe. Yeah, that one's like super easy. I mean, it was just like some skies with some sparks and then a color grade. So like that's nothing. That's, and yeah, it's whatever. Some of them are just rude though.
Yeah. I love it. Amberly said 2 million layers plus all the grouping. Definitely could feel
I do groups.
Yeah.
When I teach, I tell people do groups and name your layers, but when I do my own personal work,
you don't do it.
It's a nightmare. It's so bad, because I shut my logical brain off for the most part, and then I just like spew stuff on the screen. And
yes, yep. I know how that is. Especially when you're in that like flow state as well. You're just like doing stuff. You're like, I don't even know where I'm at right now. This is wild.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going back like, shit, there's something on here, like turning off infinite
all the layers.
Yeah.
See, this is why, I don't know. I don't work with many layers, and I don't have that issue. Just means I can't go back. I'm just like, oh, I flattened the photo. I can't do anything with it now. I'm done. Hi, Brian. Nice to see you in the chat as well. He just said, damn, that photo is incredible. Yes, all of these photos are so, so incredible.
This one I did live on Creative Live for Photo Week a bunch of years ago. So.
Oh, so cool. And also too, working with different lighting and like there's so many different skills in what you do. Like there's obviously the conceptual stuff. There's lighting it really, in the right way, getting all the pieces together, and then the retouching and compositing skills. Like it's just like this whole massive skill set of awesomeness, which I love.
Well, I mean, it's the same, like, when you're doing music photography, right, especially at live events, like being able to predict what the artist is going to do, right, or what the crowd is going to do, like knowing when everyone's going to go fucking bananas, right? You only learn you only know that by doing it.
That's such a good point, and that's something that someone has always pointed out to me, is that intuition that you get with live music photography. Is something, it's like a learned thing. My dogs are going crazy right now. Hi Bruce, nice to see you here as well. Thanks for joining us. We're chatting to Renee Robyn today. She's just blowing my mind. Hey Matt Hickey as well. Lovely to see you in the chat. So nice that you've joined us today. Now I wanted to talk to you about, you're hoping to start streaming on Twitch, which is exciting.
Yeah.
We are so excited.
I'm super intimidated, but yeah.
No. we're here to help you as much. And Low Base is another really great one that can definitely help you. He's so helpful to people in the community. I saw you posted in the Twitch photography Discord. That's a great spot for asking for help and stuff as well. So we are totally, I think so many people would be so interested in your process, and I think you do really well. So look at all the so much love.
I thought about doing my first Twitch stream just like masking, because I have this image that I have to mask, and it's like, it sucks. It's going to take so long.
Oh my god.
And I was like, maybe I'll just like stream me sitting there just being like, fuck.
That's the composite artist that I was following last night, Fantoni. He literally was doing, he was like, I don't even really know. It was kind of like most of the stream, which was like an hour and a half, was like either masking or coloring in something. And I was just like watching and chatting to him the whole time. So I think it was it was awesome to watch. But I think like, you know, people watching that process and also just hanging out with you, like I can already tell people would love your personality. That's the main thing with Twitch. Like it's just a big hangout with your mates, so they can keep you company while you're doing those boring jobs, and it will just like the time will fly. So I think it'll be such a great platform for you. I think it'll be awesome.
Well, we'll see how it goes. It's I have to mask a woman with white hair in a white dress with white wings shot on a white background.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time. Yes. Did someone pop Renee, do you already have just so if you follow Renee on just click her name, you'll be able to follow her, and when she streams you'll get a notification, so you can already do that. She's in the chat, which is very exciting. I do have a Twitch account, so yes. So exciting. Have you ever gone through a period of time when you've had a creative block where you're just like, I just can't think of stuff at the moment? How do you deal with those?
No, I super burned out on compositing for a number of years. I didn't tell anyone, but I took like 3.5 years off compositing almost.
Oh wow.
I just had like a big enough backlog of other work that I just got quieter online. Like that was it, you know, and I was doing like the jobs that I had to, but that was kind of it. And I was just fried. And it still hits me from time to time where I have to do a job and I go to turn on the computer and I go to turn on Photoshop and I want to throw up. So that's like super real.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I've been photographing shibari. I don't know if you know what shibari is. Mm-mm. It's a Japanese rope bondage. It's suspension stuff.
Cool.
You can't on Twitch.
I don't know if you a bit of maybe.
I have a gallery on my website. But there's some Nippos in there, so maybe not great for this channel. But
bummer. But guys, you'll have to go. I'll actually pop your website in the chat now so people can follow you and they can go check it out for themselves, because I think that would be super interesting.
Yeah, so it's just in the bodies section. But I started photographing shibari, and basically what it was so nice because I got to spend. I'm an extrovert, and I was spending so much time alone on the computer, and I was just like fried. I was toast, you know, like just like batteries depleted. Yeah. And then going into the studio and shooting shibari, like all the work is done ahead of time. Then we we're photographing it with like a large team because we have, our shibari models, and then we have all of our safety crew, and then we have the rigging crew, and then I have like behind the scenes photographer, and like it's a massive crew, and it's exciting and it gives me energy. And then I get to the computer and it's like just like super clean editing. That's it, with like color grade. And then I'm done, and then I get to share it with people, and that's enough, and that feels really good. Yes.
Low Base has just redeemed me giving a treat to my pet, so let me just give this treat to Calvin because he's over here. There we go. I don't know where Jetta went, so she misses out. Sorry, Jetta. She's usually sitting on my lap, but she's not here today, so she's just run off.
My cat right now is destroying a feather toy on the floor. So
And that's so interesting about what you said about being an extrovert. I'm exactly the same. So this time has been really tricky for me, not seeing my friends and not seeing people. But thank you so much for the host, Shu. I really appreciate it. Thanks for popping in the chat as well. I have to say though, the Twitch community and just being able to hang out in people's streams has given me life. Like I've just made so many friends, and basically all day I just hang out with people, and it has really helped with that, because I don't know how I would have coped otherwise with not having the interaction that I'm used to having, and I just get energy from other people. So it can be really tricky. I totally feel that.
Yeah, I actually thought that I would struggle with quarantine more than I did. Because I'm so extroverted, right? I was just like, oh my god, quarantine, this is gonna be the worst. Because we had a hurricane here in St. John's in January, and we got 15 feet of snow overnight, and
oh wow,
like it literally buried the city, and nobody could get out of their houses for 10 days.
Oh.
And so we like got a trial quarantine, and I was like, after 10 days of just being stuck inside with like tons of snow, it was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
And so when like the real quarantine hit, I was like, uh-oh, like what am I gonna do? This is gonna be really bad. And then it was like my brain was just like, oh, we're in deadline mode, blink, and like I didn't even notice it, but I think I'm starting to.
Yeah, it's been extended amounts of time. Yeah, exactly. I'm really the last couple of weeks I've really started to feel it here. It's like I want to shoot. That's the thing. I'm just really missing shooting. We'll get there soon. Apparently 2 or 3 weeks apparently, and we'll have maybe the ability to shoot. So fingers crossed we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate, like in Alberta where I live, and here in St. John's, I mean, I'm super close to nature, and so in Alberta, even in the worst of quarantine, we could still get in our vehicle and go for a drive, so long as we didn't stop anywhere.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then go back home. And so at night I would just go out for like an hour. So that was like, when you had to organize when you were going to go get groceries, and like, there was like super small windows of when you could get supplies, and even the supplies were a little bit limited. I would just go out at like 1 a.m. and just go for a 20-minute drive, and then I would just like go back inside and go back into my place, and then I was like, okay, we're good. And I would just like turn the music on really loud in my truck.
Well, we had part of our lockdown until this week was we also had a curfew, which meant you couldn't leave the house after 8 p.m. So now they've lifted that. So at least we can, if you wanted to go, like my husband, if you wanted to go for a walk up to the shops or something at 9 o'clock at night, he could at least do that now. It felt like it was very restrictive, but it has worked. So cases are down. It's positive. We're going to get there, guys. There's some people from Melbourne in the chat, so hang in there. We're nearly there.
Cora is getting her Instagram page. Sorry, I saw a low-base guy being Cora needs a Twitch channel. She's gonna get an Instagram page.
Oh, so. Good. I wanted to ask you also about because you talked about doing other work as well. That was one of my questions actually, was do you do other photography stuff as well? And like, do you get clients that specifically request this type of compositing, fantasy style work, or is most of this work kind of personal stuff and then you do other stuff for clients?
No, so I mean, I shoot all kinds of stuff. Let me see here. I'm just going to the galleries. I'm like, which one can you open?
Yeah, which one can I open for sure? Let me know.
So I do a fair bit of work in the entertainment industry.
I
mean, I did, especially early on, I photographed a lot of musicians. So entertainment industry is safe. You can open that folder. Bodies is kind of the only one that you can't open.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. This is great because there's a lot of music photographers in the chat too. So this will be super relevant. Super cool.
Yeah. So that's Lita Ford.
Awesome.
And she's amazing. She was very, very cool. I did that with a friend of mine, Dustin Jack. He's an amazing music photographer. If you're into music photography, he's a super great guy, and he brought me in to help him with this shoot with Lita.
Cool.
And then there was like a little bit of time at the end, and I took like 5 photos, and I was like, cool.
Awesome.
I just didn't want to be in the way.
So good.
But yeah, Lita was great. I did a bunch of work with Nita Strauss. She's the next one up there. So we did, I have a ton of music clients.
That's so cool. And really
Yeah,
unique kind of press shot style as well, which is, you know, a little bit different than the normal stuff that people would see, I think, which I can totally
yeah.
see why people would want to hire you, you know. Very cool.
Yeah, so that's Bill Moseley. So the previous
What
one
about,
there,
yep,
he's very cool. He's from House of a Thousand Corpses,
awesome.
and he's like basically this really great horror villain. So I did a bunch of work in the horror industry when I was early on in my career. Also, I did a
Ah,
bunch of like
cool.
set photography and yeah, just like tons of weird random jobs like that, which is really fun. I don't really like working in film too much because it's such a grind. I mean, you
um,
work in film, you don't do anything else basically, which is crazy.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
These are so
People were
great.
very cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Shu was just saying that that's weird, Shu. My alert didn't go up on the photography Discord. That's weird. Do you want to pop up a link for me? Oh, see, I'll handle it. He's all over it. You're a legend. Thank you, Shu. Thank you so much. That's so
Oh,
weird.
it's Shu. I always
Yes,
thought I thought that
five
was
ho.
five ho.
It's five ho or Shu. I think both is fine.
Like, no, I'm
It's so
like
funny because I remember the first time I ever popped into his stream, I was like, "Is it five ho or Shu?" And he literally said we go both ways. And then every time I'm in his stream, someone will ask him that question.
yeah. And yes, that is Alice Cooper.
That is Alice Cooper, and that's Fantoni. That is the artist I was telling you about before, Renee. That I was in his stream last night, and he's also super incredible. For anybody in the chat that's loving Renee's work, also follow Fantoni. He does super similar work. He's very, very talented. We were looking at yes, we're looking at Renee's compositing work. Now we're looking at her music photography work. So we've taken a bit of a left turn, which is cool. His accent, absolutely, Shu. His accent will make you sploosh. That's why I was there for an hour and a half last night. So busted.
Nice.
So funny. We've got another 10 minutes or so if anybody has any questions for Renee. I would love to know I guess where you're looking to go in the future. What are your goals? What are your next kind of few years looking like?
Oh,
Because
no
like
idea
I
right
look at
now.
you and I'm just like, whoa.
COVID's kind of changed the whole game for everyone, so I have no freaking clue, man. Like,
Yes.
I
Yes, I
had
feel that.
ideas and I had a bunch of plans, and then it's all on pause. That's Phil Anselmo, so from
Yes.
Pantera.
Oh, yes, that previous one. Yeah.
No, the sorry, yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
Phil
Yep. Yep.
Anselmo. Yeah,
So cool.
yeah.
Such great
Um,
portraits.
yeah. So yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what's gonna happen. We don't know how long all this stuff's gonna go, so I'm just not making plans.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that 100%. It's hard. It's very, very difficult to plan like anything
Yeah.
really. A lot of this whole year for me basically was, especially from July onwards, was basically I was on tour with an artist, supposed to be on tour with an artist until about April. So,
Yeah.
and that's my dream has always been to the majority of a year or a couple of years to be like touring. Last year was a big touring year, and this year was going to be a big touring year. So when you can't do that, it's just like I can do all the other stuff. I can do press shots and I can do all the stuff that I really love, or the portrait work. But I love touring. Like I love concerts. I love that. So it's difficult when you don't know when that's going to come back. Like it's so hard to focus on what's the future going to look like? I don't know. It's so
Yeah, no, I have
depressing.
no idea. I'm just not giving myself expectations right now. I'm just like, all right, cool. We're just gonna one day after the next.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
yeah.
Ash has asked, what is your dream shoot? Is there something in your brain at the moment that you're really dying to get out at some stage?
I kind of did it. It's still, I mean, it's a 10-year project and I'm 5 years in. So if you go to blog on my website,
Yep.
you're gonna see a blog post called "For Love of Horses, Fantasy, and People," and then you're gonna have to scroll all the way to the bottom because it's super fucking long because this shoot was a shit show.
Okay, all the way to the bottom. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll see like after a YouTube video, there's yeah, so those photos, so you can just like scroll up from
Mm.
there. That was a project that I've been working on for 4 years, and then I finally got to shoot. And then nature just like dumped an assload of winter storms on us in the spring, which were not planned, but they showed up
Oh
anyways.
wow, so amazing. Yeah, Shu was
Yeah.
asking what projects do you have lined up for snowy winter? It looks like you this project fits quite well into the snowy winters. This is beautiful.
Yeah, we don't want to shoot this stuff in winter though, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
photographing horses at high speed, everyone's wearing metal armor. Like winter is not the time to be doing it. So everything, all the planned shoots that we had, I wasn't able to do. So I would like to be able to photograph what I had planned to shoot one day.
Mm.
But winter is not the time to be doing it. It was a very beautiful spring until the one day that we were shooting, it absolutely dumped on us. So it was a big mess. And like
Wow.
most of our crew and our stunt riders couldn't even make it. Safety crew couldn't make it because the roads were
Oh.
closed. Like it was
Oh
a
my
mess. But
god.
it was like 4 years of planning and like
Oh
so much,
wow.
so much money went into it.
Wow. Oh my
Still paying
god.
it off.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, like the images that you did get are amazing.
Thank
So,
you.
like, totally. I mean, I would say totally worth it. So you're wanting to continue this at some stage.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to do the shots that I had originally had planned.
Mm.
And I mean the biggest thing is figuring out the engineering for it because the weather was so bad we couldn't do any of the shots that I had in mind, like not even close. We just like were making up shots like on the spot, like oh my
Mm.
god, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's it's a lot.
Yes.
So but I have to pay off this shoot first before I can do the next one
The
because this
next
is
one.
oh my god, it was so much.
So wild. So DJ just said the grading blows my mind. It's very cinematographic. Is that the word?
Thank
Cinematographic?
you.
Yeah. It looks like a movie. Someone said that before. It looks like you're watching. It looks like a still from a film. So beautiful.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, well, the thing
gorgeous.
about these was the plan was to get everything in camera, and
Mm.
then the snow happened, and like all of these images are massive composites.
Mm.
They're huge, and so but they don't look like it, right? Which
Mm.
is the
No, they don't
point.
look
But
like it
like,
at all. Like at all.
yeah, but
Yeah.
the point was that it was going to be all in camera, and then nature was like, "Fuck your plans," and
Yeah.
then so they're just like huge, huge, huge composites. There's so much work into every single one of these. Like,
Oh
I
wow.
lost my mind. Like at the end of shooting that weekend, I just like wanted to cry, and I was like, I have to because I brought in so many sponsors for this because it cost so damn much money to do. I
Mm.
was like, I have to deliver. Like no
Mm.
matter what, I have to deliver something for all these people who like put their time and their experience and like took time out of their lives and like the safety crew and like the squires and everything. Like
Mm.
I have to deliver something and it has to be really good, even though like everything that we had planned doesn't it's not there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
spent
Yeah.
like 3 months working on them and just like throwing out image after image after image after image, just like all in the garbage over and over
Oh
and over
wow.
again. And like this project broke me. Like I totally cried about this, like the shots and everything, because like all the shots that I had in my mind that were like amazing, like they make all of these look like child's play, we couldn't do. And so I was like
Yeah.
trying to adjust, like calibrate my expectations after
Mm.
spending 4 years working and planning and training and like like building relationships with these people to do this work, and then to have it all just like on an instant like disappear. So like if you scroll up to the top ish, hold on here. um Let me see. Okay, so yeah, so you're gonna have to scroll up a fair bit. So
Okay.
just like scroll, and
Okay.
I'll tell you when to stop, so just like keep rolling.
Yeah. Hello to Soy and Hash as well. I just saw that you joined the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I just wanted to
Yeah.
say too, like, I know, like, this is so mind blowing for me because I'm looking at this going, holy crap, this is so amazing. Um, but
Keep
I
going,
know,
keep
I know
going.
that feeling of when you've got something in your head and you haven't, like, it's not there. Even though we will never know what that is until the day that
So
you
stop.
achieve that. Around
Yeah,
here.
so stop. Okay, so just go down just a tiny little bit. You'll see. the next image. Yeah. So that's what the weather was. That's what the weather was the whole morning that we were setting up. That's what the weather
Mm.
was for days. That's what the weather was for weeks. And then scroll down to the next image.
Oh my god.
That is exactly what hit 5 minutes before all the actors got there.
Oh my god.
And then like scroll to the next image, you'll see like basically like what most of my photos were. Because
Oh,
I couldn't get focused. There was so much
yeah, so much
snow, I couldn't
snow.
focus. Yeah, and so like there's like incredible shots that are just like
Oh,
3 feet out of focus that are
oh,
completely useless. And I would just like look at the images and just cry.
oh, my heart is just like I get it now. I totally get what you're saying now. This is like heartbreaking.
It was so brutal, and like we weren't even supposed to be in the trees for these shots, like, but there was a
Yes.
100 kilometer an hour winds and like out of the trees, so
Brutal.
we had to go into the trees, otherwise like there was too much wind, we just like it was too cold and like the equipment wouldn't work. And
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah,
like this is saying testing out the limits of the Canon and the Sigma. Like, is it weatherproof? Is it gonna be like even being that cold? Like, it's
yeah,
what?
so
Just
I
wild.
rented that Sigma, and after that shoot I bought it. I was
Yeah.
like, yep, this lens is awesome, it's a 7200 sport, and I was like, yeah,
Yes.
gimme.
Yeah. Good. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So wild. Oh, that's
Yeah,
such
so
a.
I would love to shoot that the way it was originally planned, but yeah, it turns out the most expensive thing, I didn't know this until we were driving down there, because I had rented a bunch of brown color equipment um, to shoot it, because we
Mm,
needed like super fast, high recycle time with tons of power. And so I was like, oh yeah, we have to get rental insurance, like crap. And so we're
mm.
literally driving to set. Just a 4 hour drive from the house to get to on set.
Oh
And we're
wow.
like calling the insurance company being like, hey, so I need to insure, like 60 grand with a brown color, what's that going to cost me? And they're like, oh, it's going to be this much. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not so bad. They're like, well, what are you shooting? And I was like, oh, we're just like, setting up, some lights in the trees, and we're gonna have horses. And they're like, hold on a second, horses? And I was like,
Horses.
yeah, horses. Turns out if you're working with live animals, you need stunting insurance.
Oh
And
what?
stunting insurance is like 100,000 times the price of normal
Oh
insurance. It is
no.
so much money. So I had no idea that like my normal insurance doesn't cover me working with horses at all. Like, and
Oh
it
my
doesn't
god.
cover anybody working with horses,
Oh my god.
um, because it's stunting. Yeah. So like, oh my God.
Oh, that's stressful.
Oh my God. Yeah. And like underwater work, same thing. Stunting insurance. Like
That's
you need.
actually one of your galleries I really wanted to show was your underwater work. Where was that though? I did see it somewhere.
Scroll down.
Oh, here, underwater.
Scroll.
This is mind blowing. I mean, we haven't even touched on the surface of your work. Like I've looked at like half of one gallery. So before we wrap it up, I definitely need to show people this stuff because this is so mind blowing. This is actually something I'd actually set up my first underwater shoot the week. It was going to be the week that COVID hit, so it was like that third week of
Summer.
March or whatever. So I was ready to kind of explore this area, and I never got to do it. I mean, I definitely will get to do it in the future, but I saw your stuff and I was like, what? This is crazy. Oh, so he's like, he said, I would have been like, oh, never mind, the horses have been cancelled. Catch you later.
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, are people gonna be like riding the horses?" I was like, "Yes."
Andrea
I
said,
was
did
like,
I
"Well,
say
how fast?"
horses? Did I say
Yeah.
horses? I meant noses.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like, yeah, I
That's so
thought about
funny.
bullshitting them, but like with the amount that the brown colors were, like
Yeah,
if something
totally.
happened to them and it was a rental, like it just wasn't worth
Totally.
lying about it. So
I feel you 100%. Lobase
yeah,
was saying he's got that Sigma to that 70 to 200. I used to have that 70 to 200 as well. It's a great lens. It actually died on me a little while ago, and I've got a Nikon one now. But I did have it for ages. A beautiful, beautiful lens. So good.
yeah, the 7200 Sport.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. Super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is it's so heavy. If someone tries mugging you, you're just
Yeah.
like, God, and you basically take their head off. Like it's so heavy.
Oh my god! And so with your underwater stuff, this is a combination of actual underwater stuff and then compositing together to create these
Yeah, I mean,
images?
all of them are shot underwater, but
Mm-hmm.
some of them there's just like some glittery
Like
garbage
layering, yeah,
attached
yeah,
to it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And was this a series that you did for something, or have you just created different underwater stuff throughout the years? It's so beautiful.
Yeah, no, I just really like shooting underwater. I don't do it as much as I used to anymore. I used to do it quite a bit, but now I mostly do it with a friend of mine, Brett Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know his work. He does underwater stuff. He's amazing.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, so he's got an underwater studio, which is like it's the perfect scenario to photograph
Yes,
underwater. It's so
because
great.
yeah, I was gonna say like the
Yeah, so that's in his underwater studio,
right,
the
yeah.
redhead there. Yeah.
To get the so does he is it actually like a tank that you can shoot outside of the water? Like you don't actually have to be in
No,
the
you're
water.
in it.
You're still in it.
You're in
Yeah,
the water.
okay. Because I've
Yeah.
seen some of those too. Is like there's a tank where the lighting is set up perfectly and you can be like the camera can be like right on the glass. But I think being in it would be like way more fun.
I mean, both are an experience. I mean, if you're going to shoot underwater, it's nice to be underwater with the talent because, um, you know, when you start running out of air, unless they're super experienced,
Yes.
they're probably running out of air, right?
Yes.
And
I feel
so
like I
that's,
would run out of air really quickly.
well, it takes practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to practice. Just to practice. But the other thing that happens, like when you go underwater, your heart rate slows and everything,
Yeah.
anyways. So you can stay down longer than you think you can
Mm.
usually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
but yeah, like the underwater stuff I sell prints of, and
Yeah, I can
you
imagine this
know,
doing really well with prints and stuff like that. So
yeah, and it's just like it's another one of those things that just like kind of feeds my soul, where it's just kind of fun. This was a composite. That was actually a really big composite, the half in, half out shot.
that one. There we go. I'll go
Yeah,
back to it. There we go.
yeah.
It's so beautiful. Like it's just so
Thank
stunning.
you.
There's a
I got a
real
magazine cover with it, which was crazy. I was like,
oh, that's so cool. Ash is
but
saying she really wants to try underwater stuff as well. You definitely should, Ash, for sure.
yeah, totally. I mean, you can get these like they're basically glorified Ziploc bags, and
Mm.
as long as you're not going too deep, like you can do it. I mean, I shot underwater in hot tubs and bathtubs as well, just to
I've
like
got a friend that
try it out.
shot. He shot. Here's a little trick for anyone that just wants to try it. He shot a campaign for. I can't remember who it was for. An underwater campaign using an iPhone 11.
Yeah,
So he said
yeah,
that the iPhone 11s are water resistant and you are able to create really amazing images rather than hiring, the um, thing that you need, the Ziploc bag thing that you need, which can be quite
the
expensive.
housing.
The housing,
Yeah,
yes, the underwater housing.
yeah.
He said that it actually worked really great, and like nobody ever knew that he shot it on an iPhone 11. So there's a tip for people that want to try it before going out and spending lots of money.
But it's resistant, so be careful how many feet
Yes,
down you go
you
because it
can't go
can split your
too
housing.
exactly. You can't go
Yeah.
too deep.
The
But
other
yeah.
the other thing that you can do is just get a fish tank and put your camera in the fish tank and like just lower it down to just below the surface of the water.
Very clever.
Yeah. So there's
Very,
a lot of
a lot of
cinematographer friends of
tricks.
mine that I have. They do that where they're photographing like if someone's falling in the water or
Mm-hmm.
something, they're running the camera and they just like drop it down in the fish tank.
Oh, cool. I love that tip. That's amazing. And then you can
Yeah.
just be
So
that however far down, like that, whatever the fish tank is.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So obviously it's not going to get you to like 8 feet or anything, but
Yeah,
it can get you like a
just
foot or
below
two
the surface.
underwater.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it. Is there any
So
last
yeah.
questions for Renee? We've taken up a lot of her time, so I'm conscious of that. And I know it's quite late where you are, so
It's 100% fine. Like I'm working on this website right now, and I'm watching my cat go bananas on the curtain.
she.
So I'm just like waiting for her. There's like a paper bag like right by my feet, and I'm waiting for her to just there we go, pounce.
That's so
It might get
cute.
really loud of just like rustle, rustle, rustle.
Zoomies. No, it's fine. They're used to that. My dog's doing that. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah. That's
sh-
Brett Stanley. The photo of him there.
cool.
That's the guy. So he's amazing. He's super great.
So cool.
How do I eat
Um,
my Oreos? I'm allergic to chocolate, so I
oh,
can't eat Oreos anymore. I
I
love them, but
know.
yeah, I used to just eat like the whole friggin' box. Like there's just like there's here and then in the face. But no, I'm allergic to them. And I don't step on snakes because in Alberta, where I'm from, we have rattlesnakes, and if you step on them, they bite through your clothes. So we don't step on anything here.
No step on snake, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We call them the nope rope for a reason.
Yes, nope rope. We do too. We watched there was like a video with it's like a whole thing that we watched on stream once. So nope rope is a common thing that we use in the chat as well. Oh, hi, Asia. Nice to see you. Yes, they're so cool. You'll definitely have to watch the VOD. Danger Noodles, exactly.
Totally Danger Noodles.
And Kiki's here. What's up, Kiki? So nice to see you in the chat as well. I'm going to hang around a little bit, chat, after Renee leaves. So if there's no other questions, we shall let her go and get into the building the website.
I don't want to. It's okay.
I'm gonna drop your website again one more time for those who want to go check out she's got so many galleries. I've only scratched the surface today, so please go and check out Renee's work. I can't wait to see your streams, and if you need any help, we are all here to help you. There's a bunch of us here. Shoes, another great one that can definitely help. Low base, myself. There's a bunch of people that will, can definitely help out. But I think there'd be so many people that would be, dying to see your process and come and hang out while you're masking for 3 hours for sure.
Well, and it'll be around this time of night probably because this is typically the world gets quieter. So
yes, bit of a night out. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was such a great chat. I really loved having you on the stream. It was really awesome.
Thank you for having me. I
really
super appreciate it.
Yeah. We shall say goodbye, chat. I'll hang around for a few more minutes. We will just disconnect with Renee. Catch you later. So good to chat to you. See ya. Bye. That was such an amazing chat. Thanks for all of your lovely questions and hanging out and just being super engaged. I know I can't wait for her streams as well. It's going to be amazing, amazing. She's just mind-blowing. I see artists like that and I'm like, oh my God, I just need to quit. She's just incredible. Incredible. You're sad, Hash. You can watch the VOD. Oh, what happened to my music? It's gone. Hang on. Here we go. There we go. Oh my God, Matt. I need to do an outfit change as well. All right. Outfit change and visit from Jarvis needs to happen. It's a new thing. Hang on 2 seconds. I'll be back. Jarvis.
Calvin. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is it. Read the chat, she says. The balcony sauna has changed my life. In answer to your question, it's changed my effing life. I've had 16 sessions, not that I'm counting. And I can promise you that when you have a sauna at night, this sleep is like nothing you've ever had before. What else? What have we got in here? Can take over. Can and will take over. Sauna daddy. I can cop. I can cop that. I can cop that.
That's so funny. Sauna daddy.
Well, I think the problem is that Michelle's not taking advantage of having a sauna on her balcony. I think she's had 2.
I've had 3.
2, I think 2.
No, 3. I've had 3.
I think 2.
What's everybody saying? Sweat daddy.
Yeah, can be. Can and have been.
Hash is in love with your accent, he said.
Wow.
Matt said he'll need a balcony and a sauna.
Well, I'm leaving on Thursday.
Oh, yes. I don't know if I've told chat that you're leaving.
There will be a free sauna for anyone who's in the area.
Jarvis is going to Budapest for work. I'm going to be home alone, guys. Someone needs to come hang out with me and be my sauna daddy while you're away.
Bring it.
Anyway. Thanks, Asia. I changed
change
into a
out?
shirt.
Oh, hello.
I haven't got into my shirt collection, so I started...
Look at that.
I know.
Button up to the top.
Button up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to... Every time I change outfits, it has to be a little bit more...
What? Highbrow?
I don't know what the word... I can't think of the word. Glamorous.
Glamorous.
Yeah. What is this? I got this before.
What was your previous outfit today?
Oh, this is my box.
Well, I didn't think...
This is really funny, guys. That's my Z6 box, I bet you.
Well, you are not an aniseed fan, so a box of black cats
Neo
doesn't
Lux,
make any sense.
welcome to the chat. My husband's taken over the stream.
Yeah.
Saw that you're having festivals and stuff. I think that's well later in the year, Asia, because we're still in lockdown, so... You assumed I only had jackets and hoodies. Pretty much 90% of my collection. So, oh yeah, Matt's asked you what you're doing in Budapest. Can you tell him what you're doing?
I'm working...
Are you allowed to say?
I think I'm allowed to say.
Yeah.
So there's obviously sports have been put on hold this year, and if you want to do any kind of sporting event, like the NBA, like our Aussie rules here, you have to have a bubble, a sporting bubble that no one can access. I'm sure you understand. So the ISL, which is the International Swimming League, have a bubble in Budapest that I got a gig on because a mate of mine is running the whole thing. So I'm going to Budapest, and hopefully I don't get COVID.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get COVID.
Well, hopefully I can get home.
Yeah, we're worried that he won't be able to get home. Like,
it's 6 weeks in Buda and potentially 2 weeks in quarantine.
Ash just said her housemate was working on the ISL until it went to Budapest.
Well, it was supposed to be on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, he was meant to go to the Gold Coast for like however long,
and then Gold Coast, Budapest. What's the difference, hey?
Yeah. Katie said we're cute together. That's cute.
Oh, that's nice. And Jetty?
And Jeddah. They can't see her. You have to lift her up a little bit. Here she is.
I'm sure you do enough of this.
So this is what arrived in the mail. This is so funny, guys. I had to send the Z5 back. I had it on loan. They sent it out for me to do a trial. And when I sent it back, I couldn't find the box, and I panicked and sent my Z6 box back. Oh, you're going? Are you going?
Don't
okay.
hang.
No, don't.
Forever.
No.
It's fine.
You've done your appearance.
I've got work to do.
Okay.
Arr.
Oh,
Arr.
look at the little long legs. Anyway.
I got shit to do.
They just sent me my box back. Long story short.
Alan's black cat box.
What? I know, it fit perfectly.
Alan's black cats?
Who eats those?
Exactly.
Nobody eats
when I saw
black
that
cats.
arrive, I was like, someone's fucking pranked you.
So Jarvis, the contract that he was on, that he had, the contract that you're on, you have to finish one of the episodes before you leave. So that's what he's like got so much work to do in this last week. So that's what he has to do.
So me taking the Budapest job forced their hand. Yeah, you know the story.
Talk about that on stream.
You know the story. I can talk about that.
Oh my god. I've no... There you go. He's hanging for a bit. That was good. He said, see you later, boy. Exactly. He's got to get all the saunas in before Budapest. Yeah, I think I definitely should use it more than I have been using it. It's really hot. Like, I know that's the purpose. I know that's the entire purpose. Oh, jeez. What up? Welcome to the crew. I know that's the entire purpose of the sauna, but it's really hot. What did Lobe say? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of swearing that goes on in this family. Can I just say, did you guys see the new, I need to show you this. There's a new rule single that has been announced. Yes, exactly, Kiki. I'll be able to smell his sweat in the sauna, and it will make me feel connected. Okay. Oh, hello! Thank you so much. Okay, so there's a new image that got released today. I want to show you guys because it's pretty funny. Well, it's not funny. The shot's great. This is the new single image that got released today, and I posted it on Twitter. And because I did that, the face-to-face with Rule, like, all of his fans know that I'm super triggered over the word filter. So my entire Twitter is them asking me what filter I used. My responses today. I see your comments and I will not be triggered. Not today, Satan. And then I showed them the camera that I shot it with. Guys, this is film. Stop triggering me with your filter comment. It's medium format. Somebody actually said, what did they say? Something about like, yes, someone said grain filter. Someone said grain. No, he said Mayfair, Ash, Mayfair. They know now, and they just are trolling me. Like, so many of the comments are about filters. Bloody. Anyway, it looks great. I'm super stoked with this. This is one of my favorite shots. I say that about all of the medium format ones. Like, it's one of my favorite photos, that one I took. If only you had Twitter. Hey, Min. How are you? Yeah, someone was like, I've got premium visco. I can do that. And I'm like, ah! My eyeballs. Leah Michelle used to be your celebrity wife. Really? Interesting. I thought that was a good gift to use for... Yeah, I wish you had Twitter too, Matt. You should definitely get Twitter. Twitter is where it's at. You can see the grain filter perfectly. It's really interesting about the, like, this is literally how it was scanned. There's nothing done to this photograph. It comes back, the scan comes. Shrek, what up? Welcome to the chat. Join the crew. Nice to see you here. I did see Sean's new single promo that it's very exciting. I did think Sean might get a bit of an outfit change, but it looks like he's sticking with the singlets for a little while longer. Like, not complaining. He's got a lovely physique. The song sounds beautiful though. Very cool. You think you just shit stir people? That's basically what Twitter is now, is just shit stirring people. So, yes, thanks, Min. I mean, I shot a lot of this campaign on medium format, so I definitely want to shoot a bit more. So that should be fun. I have Twitter to stalk my favourite celebrities and threaten showrunners when they kill off my... Hash, stop pretending that you're a full psycho. There are major Harry vibes in some of the new Sean photos. That's so interesting, Amber Lee. People were saying that about a lot of the Rule photos as well. I guess I can see it from maybe like some of the styling perspectives. It definitely wasn't any of our references at all. It was not to say that it's bad, because like Harry's friggin' amazing. But it's just interesting that people draw comparisons all the time. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's, yeah. Pretending. Oh, Steph, are you okay? Did you find it? My God. That feeling, whew, the anxiety that you feel sometimes is just wild. Wild. You can vibe with that. Yes, I thought that too, Arcia, that very, very Freddie Mercury reference. Not mad. Not mad at all. The one with the blue suit was very Harry-esque. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, that was like a Louis Vuitton suit. Because the other thing is Rule gets sent stuff to him because people, like labels now want to see him in stuff. So the stylist will get a bunch of stuff. And it's, yeah, not really meant to look like any other person. But yeah, there's obviously sometimes can be a style comparison. I think that also that throwback kind of vintagey vibe is just very in at the moment. So, you know, if you're a person that wears that, then people, yeah, will draw comparisons. So yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, Steph. Jarvis has done that before with like randomly putting his keys in the fridge or something and then he can't find it. He's really bad with that stuff. I have like places where everything goes. So like there's a place where my keys hang and I've got a bag that my wallet always goes in. You do that too. Oh my God. Hash, you can't do that to people. Oh my God. Harry Styles was literally my first crush at 12. I can understand that. He's a very handsome young man. I love the video for Falling. It's one of my favorite music videos I've ever seen in my life. It is just like, I remember watching it and sending it to everyone, sending it to Jeremy, sending it to Rule, sending it to Joel. Rule and I were like trying to work out how he did it. We're just like, wait, how have they done this? Is this CGI? We're just like talking about it for ages. It's like, oh, so mind blowing. So stunning. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah. It's such a beautiful... Matt, I can't tell if you're serious or not, but if you haven't seen it... Oh, yeah. Arcia, I completely agree. That cover that Rule did of She is stunning. Stunning, 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 stunning. I'm a little bit biased, but I do prefer Rule's singing it, which is, I know, completely biased, but I think I'm allowed to be biased. You wouldn't have a clue. Matt, YouTube it. Why don't I just YouTube it? I'll just YouTube. I'll get a bloody... I'll just mute it and then I won't get a strike. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works. You need to watch it. The song is so beautiful. But if we don't have any music, it should be fine. I think. How good are ads? See you, Kiki. Nice to see you. I can't even remember Min. I can't remember. I was like... Wait. Start from the start. So, yes. Beautiful. Shout out to Harry Lambert, his stylist since... Oh, cool! We call her Tay Tay. No, I don't like talking about it because she has so many fans and I don't like... It's totally fine if you love her. It's just like just not for me at all. You'll be a unicorn. Oh, here we go. Let's pull this up. Renee's just sent this, what the video clip was inspired from. This is the, oh my God. So it was inspired from this. By the way, Renee, thanks for sticking around in the chat. This is so cool that you know this. Oh my God, so cool. That is beyond amazing. I have no words. Oh my God. Yeah, working on website stuff. Still, maybe, hopefully we're not distracting you too much. Yeah, this is so inspiring. This is so awesome. Even like conceptually again, when people think of this stuff, I'm just like, how? Oh, Florence and the Machine is amazing. It's a composite? What? I definitely would have thought this would have been done in camera. That's even more mind-blowing. Yeah, I love Florence and the Machine. Do you know who loves Florence and the Machine? Casey. Cast creates Casey. He absolutely loves her. She's stunning. Yeah, this is mind-blowing. You saw the raw file. Oh my God. So, oh God, I can't even. So how much is composited in? Whoa. So clever. So clever. No sarcasm, you do. The girl inside the piano. So I'm assuming that was shot, she was shot in a bath, and then they've, because even to get the water that's coming, it's actually just blowing my brain how they've done it. The piano isn't open or filled with water. Yep, got you. Yeah, now that you've pointed it out, I can totally see that. So clever, so clever. This is amazing. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. That's the thing. It's like, it's the detail stuff, Renee, that really, like the reflections, the direction of the light, all of that stuff that's the stuff that you just go, they've gone to that extra mile to make it look so real. It's his secret. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can understand that being a secret for sure, but it is perfect. Yeah, totally. Hash. Oh my God. I swear to God, where your brain goes sometimes. You're so funny. Yeah, that is, thank you for sharing that. That's quite phenomenal. I can totally see why he was so inspired by it as well. Yeah, can you drop that name again? I might try and pull up the Instagram and pop it in the chat. There you go. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up so everyone can follow if they want to. Dimitri? Here we go. There we go. Wow. Wow, so cool. So cool. Yeah, this is next level. Even the fact to do it like over the 3 squares, which I've seen before, but I don't know if I've seen it done this well. Super clever. Literally. And keep scrolling, okay. This is amazing. Yeah, I've seen it done in a few different ways, but I don't think I've ever seen it done this well. And super committed to it as well. Yeah, it's got that real cinematic vibe as well, isn't it? These portraits are friggin' amazing. Look how well lit they are. Oh, I'm so glad that you shared this, Renee. This is so sick. Lots to be inspired by here. So good. Oh my god. Oh look, there's the shot. So if we click on that, because there's... Wow. I wish I knew what that said. Oh, that's very Salvador Dali, which is cool. Enjoy the envy, yeah, totally. Oh, is there a translate button here? I know there is on when on the app, but I don't know if there is on you can on your phone, but I don't know if you can on the desktop. So yeah, you're gonna put your green screen. Hell yeah. I wanted to talk to you. How's everybody going with the challenge this week? We are doing the Rule of Thirds photography challenge this week. I want to know how everyone is going with their photographs. Any questions? Any comments? While I keep scrolling through this amazing work. Oh my god. So beautiful. Doing some research and shooting on Saturday. Awesome. Awesome. It's going to be super fun. Also, for those that have registered, the Nikon, now I'm saying Nikon because I've been listening to too many Americans, or Nikon. My Nikon workshop is tonight at 5:30, so I'm doing the stories behind some of my favorite photographs. That's happening at 5:30. If you haven't registered, you still have the opportunity to register, so I'll pop the link in, and if you're a subscriber to my channel, you can also come to the workshop for free. So how's that for a bonus? Let me just find the link. Where did I put the link? My Twitter is trash today. My Twitter is just people saying, what filter did you use on that medium format shot? It's just trash. I need to burn my Twitter. You are a subscriber! Exactly! Exactly, Hash. Oh my god, why can't I find this link? Because my Twitter is a dumpster fire. Of fans thinking that they're really funny. Okay, here we go. If you would like to attend, you just have to register here. Even if you actually can't make it, because it might be a stupid time zone. I believe if you register, they send you the video later on, so you can watch it later on. Post Malone trolling me. No, they're definitely Rule fans. Oh, cool. Thank you, Katie. It's a lot easier when you're on your phone. By the way, how good is the translate feature on Twitter and Instagram now? It's amazing. What did I do to Posty? No, did you not hear the other day? I got, I tweeted a joke once about how he looked like he needed a bath. And then I got banned from shooting for the promoter that I'd shot Post Malone for. So, you know, you learn harsh lessons about to keep your bloody mouth shut on Twitter. It's funny. It's funny. That, pretty sure that they went into liquidation recently. So, you know, that's very sad. I know. Oh, I know, Asia. I know that they troll him worse. I'm not taking it personally. I think it's hilarious. I'm like literally not taking it personally at all. It's fine. It is totally fine. You edited the photo of Posty that you... Oh, cool. I was just going to jump on Discord. Did anybody post selfies today? Because you know how much I love Discord selfies. Ash did. It's your birthday, so... I know, you're so good at it. We have 2 selfies. Well, I'm going to look at them anyway because you guys made the effort and I appreciate it. Don't feel bad for him because, first of all, he mostly doesn't see any of them and doesn't care. So, definitely don't feel bad. Ash. It's your birthday! Actually, we need some lights. We need some lights for Ash. You can totally post in the Discord. Wait, where are my lights? Here we go. Birthday lights. Birthday lights. Why is it going so slow? And the other thing I have. Wait. I have something more for you, Ash. Wait. Look. I bought balloons for you, Ash. I bought balloons for your birthday. Look. Happy birthday! And to Georgia. She's not in the chat, but these... Happy birthday! And it was Chloe's birthday yesterday. It's your birthday and George's birthday today. It's like crew... You're very suspicious. It's slowly getting smaller. Shrunken old balloons. To be honest, they weren't that big to start with, but they have definitely got smaller. I don't know what to do with them. So they're just hanging. They'll just stay here and they can come out for everybody's birthday. Oh, happy birthday. And look at this triple layer cookie cake thing that, oh my God. Because I haven't eaten sugar in so long. Actually, the other day I kind of had a cheat day because I have had no sugar for so long and I got crazy anxiety. I felt so bad. I was like, maybe I should just not eat sugar because it makes me feel really awful now. Mika, off to placement, but she watched for a little bit. Oh my God, so cute. Super cute. Flaccid balloons. I know, Lucinda's tomorrow. Where is Lucinda? Where has Lucinda been? Because we haven't seen her for a little while. It wasn't a Tim Tam. It was a, what was it? It was a chocolate mousse. It was a chocolate mousse. I had, because I'm not eating carbs, I had a cheat day of eating pasta, like lasagna, garlic bread, and a mousse, and I felt so awful. Bye, low base. Oh, I don't mind a chocolate mousse, chocolate base. See you, low base. Thank you for being here. That was awesome. Yeah, it was really good, but I felt really awful after it. I was like, I might need to like ease in with the carbs. Like, don't go so like 0 to nothing, you know? But I've been feeling so amazing and doing keto, so I shall definitely continue. Thank you for your stream selfies, people. Mika and Ash, I appreciate that very much. Appreciate it. Wonder why my thing didn't go up in the Anyway. What else do I need to tell you before? Oh. Okay. So I haven't actually said to people, like, so I've mentioned that Sunday I'm going to be giving away something, but I haven't mentioned what I'm going to be giving away. So I might do that now. I've been just watching, making note. Is it a sauna? Fuck, you are so funny. It's so funny. Oh my god. No, it's not a sauna. I've been watching and making note of people that are continually showing up every week, and for the challenges, for the streams, being a really great member of the community, being active on Discord, just being part of the crew. And I hope this is the first of many giveaways that I can do, and I think it will be, but I definitely had the opportunity to give something away, and I wanted to be to a person that I feel like has really contributed. So is it a balcony? I've got 2 balconies actually, Matt, so yeah. Yes, giveaways, Hash. You might be a bit late on this one though, because you haven't entered any of the competitions yet. But there'll be more giveaways. Definitely more giveaways. So, someone that's been contributing week in, week out, showing up, being part of the community, on Sunday, at the end of the stream, I'm going to be giving away a Nikon Z50 camera to somebody. And I'm so excited! Yeah, let's go! Party! I'm really, 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 really excited. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? There we go. Someone is getting a camera on Sunday. This is definitely not working. I feel ripped off. You suck, lights. You suck. There we go. Too late though. I missed the hype. So yes, Nikon, who have been so wonderful to me and love the stream and love our community and are definitely going to be more involved, which is so exciting. Giving away a Z50, which is a great little entry-level mirrorless camera. So even if you have a camera, it's definitely going to be one that you can just take traveling, or just like a second camera. It's awesome. And the other thing is, can you take a picture of a sauna? Yes. Have you not seen the sauna before? Did I not post it? Oh no, Matt posted it, I think, once. It's on Jarvis's Instagram. Yes, so Ash, I was just about to say, if anyone's been in TLD's stream for the last 2 nights, he unboxed the same camera and he's been testing it on his stream, because he is also now, his stream is also supported by Nikon now, because they love him, of course they do. And yeah, that is the camera. So I didn't want to tell everyone, I've known this for so long and I've been hinting that it's like a big thing, but yeah. Well, first of all, it doesn't matter if you've never used Nikon. That doesn't matter at all. But the fact that you've only entered once, you might be at a slight disadvantage to the people that have entered all of the week. Exactly, Katie, exactly. I know. So, yes, I was super stoked to be able to get TLD a bit of an intro to Nikon, and that'll happen. That makes me very happy that they love him as much as we all do. So it's super cool. No worries. Also, Min, I haven't forgotten about the Wacom thing we spoke about. I'm just waiting for my new one. So when that arrives, I can send you my old one as well. Is there... Matt, the reward is that you get my shit stirring on your stream. Actually, I like the purple. Yes, Brian, thank you so much. I'm like, honestly, I'm actually just, yeah, the future of Twitch photography and the community and like, it's just growing and building, and there's so many amazing people doing stuff here. And I think that people, like brands, are starting to see that. So I think what myself and TLD are doing with Nikon is that's just gonna continue. Yeah, exactly. I've got a frog in my throat. It's definitely just the start. Super exciting. I'm working on other stuff as well, for other prizes with big companies as well. I want to have as many rewards for you guys showing up as possible and being active members and supporting me. All of the, just like, first of all, just being here, all of your subscriptions and stuff that has literally meant that I can eat over the past 6 months is so appreciated. So like, I can't thank you guys enough. It's not only like financially, but like for my mental health. I would not be I don't think I'd be in a great place if it wasn't for this community and you guys and my twerk emotes. Yeah. Nate, what up? So nice to see you. Katie, no worries. So good to see you. Really appreciate you being here. Yeah, you guys are the best. So that's happening on Sunday. We're giving away the Z50, mirrorless Z50. No, my Streamlabs merch has not arrived. Can I just tell you also that TLD sent me merch, like his merch, maybe, I want to say 6 weeks ago. And it hasn't arrived. So I feel like if you're in America, like Lowbase got his merch. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just got told that mine's being shipped yesterday. And so I would have ordered it a little bit before you. So, yeah. And for those who don't know, we have stream merch, and it obviously goes a long way to supporting me in the stream as well. So if you wanted to get anything, there's stuff like for every budget, even a sticker. Did I just give you the right link? Definitely not. Definitely did not give you the right link. I gave you the link for... Hang on. Try again. There is a Jetta sticker. There you go. There's a stock. There's a few stickers. There's socks. There's all kinds of stuff. It just will take a little while, I think, to get to people, which is a bit of a bummer. But what do you do? Yes. Okay. So hopefully see you guys tonight. For those who are going to be at the Nikon thing, that should be really fun. I've picked funny stories, stories of when I've had 5 minutes to shoot big clients or for big projects, and how I've dealt with that. There's probably, I think, 3 different rule photos that have really cool stories that I'll be talking about. Oh, bye, Ash! Birthday love. Hope you have a great rest of your birthday, for sure. We'll see you in the Discord. Yeah, hopefully see you guys at the workshop tonight. Otherwise, I will... Hype train buddy. You guys are good hype train buddies, that's for sure. Is there anything else that I need to tell you? Is there anything else you guys want to tell me? What's happening in your life? I don't have anything to do until Well, I actually do. I actually lie. I'm procrastinating heaps on my online, my music photography online course because I've got to the really hard bit. I have so much work to do. But I'd love to talk to you guys for a bit more. If you have some news for me. You have class in 30 minutes. Does anybody have any new work to show me? You get a new wife. Just get a new wife. That will fix it. A wife that knows tech like better than Lou. Oh, how about we show Katie's edits? She's gone, but we'll show them anyway. You already showed me the guitar. You did. Yeah, we've got a raw photo exchange and I put some up for the first time in ages. So let's have a look at Katie's. Katie's done some edits. Oh, wrong way. Yes. Oh, what just happened to my camera? Hang on. Did my battery just die? My battery might have just died. Let's have a look. That was bang on 2 hours, so it could be my battery. Battery. Oh God. I wish these lasted longer for streaming, but the Z5 batteries do. So I've asked to get a Z5 battery because they last 3 hours. These ones only last 2 hours. So this is a photo that I took of birds, a press shot, and I popped the raws in. My phone is going bananas. Look at my notifications. Oh my God. So this is cool. This is like totally different than the grade that I originally did. So it's really good to see what you guys... Totally. That's like so I'm using their I'm using their beta version of the web utility that just became available for the Mac. So I'm one of the first people to use and test it. So this is actually the first time I've used it. I used to have to do this full convoluted way, like 2 different other apps to get this Z6 to work as a webcam, but now I can just plug and play because I've got the beta version, which is cool. Another flex. So I'm so popular, guys. I'm so fucking popular. My notifications are going off. Oh my God. That sounded so wanky. Just keep calling me out on that stuff, Matt. What a dickhead. Right? So this is Katie's edit of birds. Very cool. One thing I will definitely say, if Katie watches this back, when I shot... yeah, I know. When I shot this, my lens was super dirty. So the first thing I would do, if anybody's editing this photo, is get rid of all of the spots. Because I should have had that cleaned. Oh yeah. I had an early tea and he's working hard today, so I won't bother him as much as I usually would. That would be my tip for that one. But the grade's lovely. It's really cool to see that. I have matte, but you know, extra expense. I've definitely thought about it. And I don't usually stream for over 3 hours, and the Z5, if I get a Z5 battery, I can stream for 3 hours. I should be okay. Also, it takes me 2 seconds to change them, so. She edited this photo of Jarvis. Speaking of Jarvis, she did a little crop and a little bit of a sepia tone. Bit of a sepia tone there. Nice work, nice work. La la Jarvis. Yes, he's been my model for the last 6 months. This shot of Pharaoh. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that mark is meant to be there. Jesus, is that you? No, it's vegan Jesus, Steph. Vegan Jesus. It looks a little bit, looks maybe like it's a bit darker on my screen than it's meant to be, maybe, so. But the black and white conversion's nice. I like that. Very cool. And the Kendrick, oh, I love this one. I love the grade on this. This is really cool. I like this a lot, Katie. Love. That's my favorite so far. And she did the Post Malone. Still looks like he needs a bath, but just a little like more silhouetted. Can't see it as much. Yeah. So yeah, that's in the Discord. If you guys jump in, I've put a whole Dropbox of, these are the raw files that you guys can have a play around with. Go crazy. Bit of fun for this week. And I'll show them on the stream on Sunday as well. If you want to have a crack, just chuck them in here. Bit of fun. What else has people posted in the Discord? Amberly has posted, oh, cute! Keeping you company during the stream. I love it. Floof, what a little floof. Very cute. I love a floof. Not a floofer. Oh, very good. Well, that's me. That's nothing else. Okay. Well, all right, well, I might... She's a tabby floof. Tabby floof. Tubby. She did try bite you. Alrighty. Might let you guys go. Is there anyone that we can raid? Who's streaming? Anyone fun? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. My pleasure. That was really lovely. Thanks for hanging out. Can you send in photos for what? You can join the Discord and you can... this is our Discord. Do you mean for people to edit or for you to edit? Oh, no worries, Renee. That was awesome. Ah, is he? Wait. Oh my God. Let's go and raid Fantoni. Speaking, yeah, there's not many other photographers on, but I think he'd actually be a perfect person to raid because we were just talking about artists that do amazing compositing like Renee. So I think that'd be the perfect person to raid today. Thank you so much. I hopefully see a bunch of you tonight at the Nikon workshop. You guys are the best. Appreciate you always being here. And we'll see you Sunday. He loves raids, yeah. By the way, if he starts talking about hating you all and wanting to block you all, that's definitely his sense of humor. So, there he is. Yes. Let's go raid him. Drop in a bunch of MGH emotes. Love you guys. You guys are the best. We'll talk to you really soon.